So I'll be honest with you guys. After the Dragon Ball Super anime started, I was like, okay, the chapters of the manga are a month, they're a monthly thing. It's probably going to lag behind, so I'm probably not going to review the manga anymore. It was what my previous mindset was prior to reading this chapter. I was like, I'll check it out, but fuck, why bother? It's just going to be basically the anime verbatim. And I got to say right now, my opinion, personally, based on the first couple episodes of Dragon Ball Super, the anime, and the first couple chapters of Dragon Ball Super, the manga all the way. And I don't ever say that, especially for Dragon Ball Super, and I'm sure when we get to some of these parts or whatever, it's gonna look really awesome, the art, animation, the music, all that good shit or whatever. But just pacing wise in general, I gotta go with the manga. I mean, I was just really fucking hyped when I read this chapter, because I'm thinking, okay, so I gotta sit through, the vacation, and I guess what might be happening is a lot of this is already storyboarded out and crafted out, and Toei is just adding their filler in to make that 100 episodes or more or whatnot, and the manga's just like, we're going straight through. Because from my understanding, because I think the episode list has already come out, I think it's episode 5 where some of the events that happen in this chapter is supposed to take place. So in 2 chapters, we already did fucking fuckloads of shit, getting straight to the point, getting to the story, getting to the action, because I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Nobody was like, ooh, I'm watching Dragon Ball Z for this deep and complex plot. You're watching it for cool characters, some awesome action, some interesting story, and just overall for what Dragon Ball Z is, just some heavy hype ass anime. So you go into the manga and that's what you're getting. That's flat out what you're getting. I mean, granted, I'm somewhat enjoying the anime. The anime's kind of cool, whatever. It feels a little bit more chill. The manga this chapter. The manga. So for the most part, first of all, one of the things that it covered is definitely getting straight to Beerus versus Goku. He saw the vision, whatnot, and they went at it. And I think that the manga, it's doing, because basically what I feel is, it's like doing its own thing, but at the same time it's still doing somewhat a battle of gods, because basically you got the Goku versus Beerus fight that happened in Battle of Gods, but it's a little bit more fast paced, but at the same time a little bit more detailed as well. Goku goes through different transformations while he's fighting Beerus, and honestly it was just like, it was hype. It was really hype, and I've never once in my entire life have said Dragon Ball manga over the anime up until the first 2 episodes of Super and the first 2 chapters of Super. I mean, getting straight to the point. And I think one of the things that this chapter brought forth that is going to separate it not only from the anime TV series counterpart, but from the Battle of Gods adaptation that they're seemingly doing, is Champa. I thought we was going to have to wait for Champa for like the 6th universe shit or whatever, but it seems as though this is going to be the de facto that changes things from just being straight up, oh, it's Battle of Gods in TV form, because we are getting some of those events, but it could be something where like the whole thing that happened in Xenoverse with the timeline fucked up, something like that could happen. I mean, Trunks is a fan favorite, future Trunks, so they might do that. It could be that this is just a different universe, different timeline. I don't know exactly where they're going with this, but Champa being in this, and this early for that matter, is what I think is going to separate it, and it's slowly going to veer in its own direction from just being a Battle of Gods copy and paste to Dragon Ball Super. And a couple of the tidbits that we got in this chapter was basically, for starters, only gods can sense other gods. And Champa, honestly, he looks as though he's very devious, based on what we've seen. He didn't want Beerus to know about him right now. He didn't want him, he's like, oh, okay, he's occupied, we can go and do our thing. So, for starters, what is his motive? It seems as though he's in the same gear as Beerus, likewise with his helper that looks like Whis. So, I'm guessing somewhere along the lines, he's possibly trying to take his place. Maybe he's the former god of destruction. Maybe he's somebody that wants the job or something along the lines of that. But at the same time, why is he sneaking around? You can assume that as a possibility that he doesn't feel confident that Beerus, he could take out Beerus. Maybe Beerus will fuck him up, and that's why he's trying to sneak around. But then again, what is he trying to do? Is he trying to get the Dragon Balls so he can make a wish? Maybe he's going to wish that he becomes the god of destruction, something along the lines of that. Either way, Champa being introduced in this one is definitely a huge sigh of relief that we're not just getting a copy and paste from the movie, because right there, bam, chapter 2 already, things are starting to go in a different direction. Granted, some of the events are the same, the fight somewhat similar, everything, like now Beerus is heading towards Earth, which I'm guessing in the next chapter we're already going to get into Bulma's birthday, how it happened and whatnot in the movie. Although it would be interesting if they go with the original idea that Toriyama had. I think it was supposed to be a wedding, if I'm correct. It might have been Krillin's wedding, something along the lines of that. I think that would be interesting if they just used the old idea that Toriyama had. That'd be something cool. And overall, honestly, this chapter kicked fucking ass. You have the introduction of Champa. You got a little bit of his characterization based on how he was trying to sneak around. Maybe he's weaker than Beerus. He obviously has a plan. Obviously, there's some conflict between the characters. You got the Goku versus Beerus fight already, boom, done, out the way. Beerus is headed towards Earth. You had a lot of different things going on in this chapter, and the pacing is great. Honestly, right now, again, I said it a couple times in this video. I'll say it one last time. Right now, as of right now, Dragon Ball Super manga over the anime. Let me know what you guys think. First of all, if you read this chapter, do you think that it's definitely going to take a different approach? It's not going to be a copy and paste of Battle of Gods. Also, what do you think about Champa's introduction? Do you think that he's going to be the factor that changes everything? Is he from a different universe, a different timeline? Are we going to see future Trunks? Is it going to do the whole Xenoverse story? Like, what do you think? And as of right now, first 2 episodes versus first 2 chapters of Dragon Ball Super, which one do you go with? I can't believe I'm saying it, but I go with the manga. Your overall thoughts, but that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be amazing. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. Or I should say have a super day, but fuck it. Have an awesome one.